Imagine visiting a national park, majestic mountains, rustling trees, and a bear begging for chips. It might seem like a funny photo op, but it's a serious and growing problem. Hi, I'm Senator Wong, and I rise today in strong affirmation of this bill to ban feeding wild animals in national parks. Because this isn't just about the snacks, it's about ecological balance, animal safety, and public health. Let's begin with the scope. According to National Park Service, NPS, over 325 million people visited U.S. national parks in 2023 alone. That's almost the entire population of the United States entering wild ecosystems, and each visitor has the power to disrupt nature, intentionally or not. The NPS reports that feeding wildlife increases the risk of aggressive animal encounters by more than 80%. Why? Because when wild animals start associating people with food, they lose their natural fear, and too often it leads to animals being euthanized. Take bears, for example. When a bear is repeatedly fed by visitors, it becomes what biologists call food conditioned. That means it actively seeks out human food. In Yosemite Park, over 30 bears have been killed since 2010 due to food conditioning. These are not old or sick animals. These are young, healthy bears that died because someone fed them cookies. We aren't helping them, we're sentencing them. But it's not just large animals, squirrels, raccoons, birds. They might seem harmless, but they pose serious risks. The Center of Disease Control and Prevention warns that feeding wild animals increases the spread of rabies, leptospirosis, and other zoonotic diseases that can jump from animals to humans. According to the CDC, over 60% of known infectious diseases in humans originated in animals, and feeding them only increases that risk. In 2021, more than 4,000 park visitors reported injuries caused by wild animals they tried to feed or touch. That's broken fingers, bites, infections, and some of those require hospitalization. And let's not forget the ecological damage. The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Services reports that human food is up to 70% less nutritious than an animal's natural diet. When wildlife starts depending on it, they lose foraging skills, neglect their young, and even alter migration patterns. Similar finds at parks like Yellowstone, Denali, and the Grand Canyon have already shown success in reducing dangerous interactions and improving visitor behavior. This legislation doesn't make parks less magical. It helps preserve their magic for generations to come. Some may argue that this bill is too harsh, that it punishes people for being kind. But let's be clear, feeding wildlife isn't kindness. It's cruelty disguised as compassion. This bill doesn't take away from the park experience, it safeguards it. Let's keep the wild, wild.